I'm telling you, Margaret, the things we're gonna see, the places we're gonna go, it's gonna be real nice. Just you wait. You and me, baby. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. It's your old pal Andy from the Flat Thunder channel. Just sweet talking old Margaret here. She really wants to get out of the driveway, but we gotta be patient. Today, I'm sitting in this custom-made bench seat that Dad built for us. It needs a few more odds and ends wrapped up. We need to do some work to it, but it's a really unique bench seat. I think you're gonna like it. Stay tuned. We're gonna tear into this thing. So Dad built this bench seat entirely out of scrap wood or leftover wood from other projects. This top beam here, if you can see it, is actually one that I ripped out of the basement wall with the pocket door because it was just way too crooked and just corkscrew twisted. He was able to use it up here and cut off the really bad part, and the actual twisting of it does not affect this bench seat. Let's get in here and take a closer look. This is a really cool custom bench seat. It has a little unique twist. I think you're gonna like it. I'm gonna reveal that at the end. Drop down the comment section. Let me know what you think that twist is. This is all manufactured out of basically standard pine, untreated wood. Now we do have a couple different color variations just because of the different pieces of wood that was available to him. But he made this 100% out of leftover pieces, which in today's world, that's pretty impressive. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. He copied the geometry off a chair that he likes to sit in. And I think if we do it right, we're gonna be able to sit in this thing for several years to come. Enter propane blowtorch. I love this thing, and this isn't just another excuse to use the blowtorch. You do get some rot protection by slightly heat treating the wood to give it a layer on the exterior that will protect it. I don't know if we're gonna burn it to that extent. We're gonna try to burn it so it gives it a nice little color, and then maybe apply some sealer over top of that. First, we're just gonna try to see how we can apply the coloring and the burn treatment to the wood with the blowtorch to see how it looks. I have a few standard 2x4 scrap pieces here. We're gonna use these as test pieces just to see how it responds to the blowtorch, get kind of an idea. Well, that was interesting. As expected, the speed at which you travel over the board and the amount of flame and distance away from the board will affect the burn of the board. This one got a little bit darker. Someone doesn't know how to drive a stick shift. This one got a little bit darker. And this one's a little bit lighter. I think we traveled over this one quite a bit faster. It's also important to note that the level of hardness of the wood will make a difference. Harder woods will not burn as easy, so you can focus in one area or travel at a slower rate, whereas the softer woods require a little bit more. On this bench seat, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to practice on the underneath, because let's face it, I burnt both sides of these pieces, but that's not really a lot of practice. So we're gonna try the underside first, see how that turns out and how it looks before we flip it over to the exterior pieces. Here we go. I'm gonna take you off there and give you a closer view as we try to apply this heat treatment, or I guess that's a fancy way of saying burning the wood. But keep in mind, as I said, these are multiple different pieces of wood. It almost looks like one piece is redwood or cedar. It could be wrong, and that could just be a reddish colored pine. We'll see. But some of the pieces also have like old paint residue, markings and things of that nature. That's obviously going to affect the burn and change how it adjusts the material. But we're going to give it a go. The alternative solution here is to completely paint this entire unit. which we can always do after the burn if it goes bad. Here we go. I'll try left to right pattern here and see what happens. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but this area here, that board must be way softer than the other boards because it burned quite a bit faster, or being in the corner trapped all the heat. But these boards with the paint residue definitely didn't change, and these reddish colored boards might be a harder wood or a different species because it doesn't look like it changed much at all. So now we're going to try to go up and down on each slat. About 6 to 8 inches away, and let her rip. So this board's definitely a different species, it appears. Getting a lot of feedback on the torch. What I've learned so far on this side, obviously the different species of wood burns differently. The age of the wood makes it harder and takes less of the sap out of the wood because it's already more dry. But that all will affect the color of the wood and how it burns. So I tried up and down. We had to go over it with a little left and right action to even it out, I guess. Important thing to note is when you're in the corners, you get that backdraft or side blow. I don't know how you're going to be able to minimize or reduce that. Maybe just adjust the angle of the torch. But let's continue on and try not to catch this thing on fire. Holding the torch at a slight angle is important too, so it doesn't backfeed into the torch head. This piece here is definitely older. Takes a little bit more heat to burn. That looks nice. I like that. All the striations of the wood. Nice. A little hot there in the corner. I'm not going to say it's perfect. Those boards that were slightly painted or different species or type of wood look a little goofy, but the rest of it, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I don't know how well that's coming across on camera. These end pieces, they turned out really nice. I mean, look at the striations there and the colors and the lines. That looks really cool. So hopefully we can repeat some of that on the top. What I'm going to do on the open exposed ends is I'm going to spot torch those with the smaller propane torch. That will seal the exposed end grain up a whole lot better, and I didn't burn the sides as much with the smaller torch. Let's get her flipped over and see if we can do a good job on the other side. So far I'm pretty content with what we did on the bottom side. First time ever doing this, just learning, so There's going to be some not perfect areas, but what do you do? We're learning. This one's for all the money. Hopefully we don't screw this thing up or catch it on fire. Probably should have a bucket of water somewhere. Yeah. Have yourself some water handy. I do not. Hopefully we just don't catch it on fire. Do have a little water bottle over there. Here we go. Not for sure what you guys can see, but this side is more or less done. It's really shaping up nice. Hopefully I can continue this throughout the rest of the bench. She's still a little warm. Well, I am extremely happy with the results there. I still need to go around on the end grains here with the smaller torch and cook those just a little bit more. I could do it with a bigger one, but I'd get a bunch of overburn around the sides. So I like the way it looks. This actually really excites me. I wasn't looking forward to putting a painted finish on this, and I hope this will hold up and prevent this from rotting. If you have any opinions or thoughts, or if you tried doing this in the past, drop down in the comments section. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your results were. I toyed with the idea of, burning it for color and then putting a sealer over top of it, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I need a little bit more research and maybe a little bit of help from you guys. Let me burn these edges real quick, and then I'll reveal the surprise on what's going to be the backrest. Do you recognize this old girl? This is the tailgate off of the big mean green parts machine that we scrapped out. Dad suggested that we keep this old tailgate and make this cool bench seat from it. He fabricated the entire thing out of scrap wood. All I did was heat treat it. All that's left to do now is affix this old tailgate to the back as a backrest. This looks pretty cool. I'm really excited for this. I'm exceptionally happy with the finish of how this turned out. The color looks really cool, looks kind of rustic. As long as we can keep this from deteriorating or decomposing out in the weather. Make sure you drop down in the comments section. Let me know if you tried this before, what your results were, if it worked out well, or do I need to put some kind of sealer over this. Also, if you didn't know anything about the big mean green parts machine, she's pretty rusty. So we got some holes here. I'm going to cover these up just to protect little fingers and protect people from getting caught on it. I believe probably going to go maybe a decorative piece of aluminum or something to pop rivet on there, or maybe even something as simple as a sticker, because we got some definite catch points there. A little more over there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Ford custom made bench seat. She's still a little bit toasty. I'm super happy and excited with the results. I thought before we started I was just going to burn this thing up and make it look charred, but turned out really nice. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and comments in that section below. And don't forget to punch that subscribe button your way out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Dad did one heck of a job on this bench seat. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's a nice little reminder of one of the projects we did in the past, and a sentimental value because Dad built it for me. This thing's awesome. Thanks, Dad.